Hey viewers, welcome to another game of Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing a game between TSLPolt in the bottom left corner and SlayerSMin in the top right corner. And we finally have something different from Terran versus Protoss. It is Terran versus Zerg this time. So the Zerg player obviously sending out his overlord straight away. And both of them producing workers, which is also kind of obvious. So yeah, we're going to see an overlord over here, and of course supply depot over there. And there you go, overlord being produced. There you go, supply depot being produced. And now the question is, are they going to fast expand, or are they going to build straight into their army? So is there going to be a fast expansion before the spawning pool, or is there going to be spawning pool first, or maybe, well, some other variation? Well, I guess those are the two variations, but yeah, who knows? Who knows? We will have to see. So yeah, for now we're just watching the standard gameplay. Obviously the Terran is going to wall off, going to use one more supply depot there to wall that off, and to make sure that if early Zerglings are out, they cannot get in. Of course, it's not against the scout, because the scout is coming in anyway, because it can fly. It is alive. Anyway, the hatchery coming up, and it is before the spawning pool. Extractor going down, and the spawning pool will probably go down really quickly. There you go, spawning pool. So the first Marines is coming up. Yeah, the first Marine. Yeah, well, overlord coming in, going to scout around a little bit. He is going to not run all the way into the base. Did he see? I do assume he saw that. Yeah, so he sees that the orbital command is coming up, and that means that well, it's all standard play. So the hatchery, yeah, it's going to morph in pretty soon. The expansion coming up here, and yeah, they're equal in bases now. And with this this spawning pool coming up, the queen will come up as soon as he can afford it. There you go, queen. So the queen is more important than the Zerglings, because the Zerglings don't really do anything at this moment. And he's going to just produce some, well, some more drones. The fact that he can kill the scout doesn't really do anything, because he's not hiding anything yet. Here are the first Zerglings now, and the first Zerglings are going to try to keep the scout out. And a Marine running all the way across the field. Oh, to join his two buddies, of course. So 3 Marines then. And well, a little bit of defense against that will be produced soon enough. So we're scouting around for whether or not there are any proxy buildings, which are buildings in proximity to your base. So buildings that are built there to shorten the distance of the resupply route, and they are of course very dangerous. Because a long resupply route means that you have all the time in the world to react to things, whereas yeah, if you have a short resupply route, yeah, you're going to be at an advantage. Yeah, there's no way he was going to run out of that with the Zergling. But yeah, more Zerglings being produced, and they are going to close in on these. Where are they? On these Marines, I wanted to say, but I couldn't find the Marines before they died. Yeah, it's all good. Just 2 Marines. So yeah, the new base coming up. So second expansion, 3rd base. And the Zerglings are going to harass a little bit, see the bunker, and immediately run out. Then they're going to test where the bunker reaches, but yeah, it can reach pretty much everything except for the mule, and he's going to kill the mule at the cost of, I think, 4 of the Zerglings. Well, 6 in the end. And so 6 Zerglings die to kill a mule. Yeah, that's pretty much still worth it, but it depends on the health of the mule, of course. Because mules can take in quite a lot of resources. Well, only minerals, really. And wow, the Zergling actually, yeah, it took him quite a while to kill that one Zergling, because these Hellions are obviously very good against groups of Zerglings, and especially when there are 3 or more of them. And taking out the creep tumor, that's actually rude, man. That is just plain rude. So a new base coming up, and he's going to have to produce a new queen for that. Although one of these 2 queens might actually just go to that base. It is, yeah, it's not the best. You wanted to have a new queen for each base, and then, yeah, this queen is going to do that, but it is out of energy, so it's going to take a while before it can inject the first larvae. So, bunch of drones over here. Actually, a lot of drones, and here there are too many drones, so you might want to ship some of those to his 3rd base. Anyway, Hellions coming in. And the Hellions against 1 queen here. He doesn't really have anything else yet. Well, a couple of Zerglings now out. The Zerglings are not going to do very well against these Hellions. And yeah, the creep spread is going to continue when he remembers, and now he remembers. So the Zerglings are going to come in, and yeah, there you see it. Once you reach the more than 3 Hellions, then you're going to do very well against the Zerglings, because it takes 3 shots to kill, well, any number of Zerglings. And with 6 of them, yeah, the chances of hitting 3 beams at the same Zergling are pretty good. So the Zerglings grouping up over on the left, and yeah, there are still more Zerglings over here with a few Banelings. Banelings are not going to do very well against the Hellions, because they get killed before the Hellions actually arrive. He's going to attempt to come in from all sides. I think his Zerglings just retreated. I'm not sure if they ran into this army. They may have actually just ran into that army. Wow, the Hellions, yeah, they're pretty low, but they are still going to do damage. They're still going to be useful. And wow, they actually take out a whole bunch of Zerglings there. Queen gets roasted, and more Zerglings being produced. It is not going to be great. The Marauders are going to do very well against those Banelings, but they are going to die eventually. He loses his 3rd base and really hasn't made a fist back yet, but yeah, well, now he can clean it up. He can rebuild his base. He immediately does rebuild that base, and yeah, the Terran is currently out of army, so that is excellent for our Zerg player, of course. Well, for us as well. It makes it more interesting if the game doesn't end with the first attack. So the Banelings could really do well with the speed upgrade, but they're not going to have it for now. So the watchtower, oh no, the tower, the Zelnaga tower, because it used to be a watchtower, now it's a tower. The Zelnaga tower captured by the Zerg player here. Just keeping 1 Zergling on that. And yeah, this unit is going to skirt around the edge of that vision and just scout around, because that is what he does. Yeah, he's going to get taken out obviously before seeing anything. Well, he may have seen this this base coming up. The other one, yeah, he did see that base coming up, and yeah, because he saw that base coming up, he knows that this 3rd base is back, or is coming back up at some point in the near future. So he's going to have to land this command center over here and expand as well. Yeah, the Zergling is going to scout this building. So both of them know that the other player has 3 bases. And yeah, it's now all about who can make the first push into the base or can expand again. Drop coming in over here. And they are going to take out the queen and actually live to tell the tale for now. So yeah, 2 units getting picked back up. And yeah, the medevac just surviving. It was pretty close there, but it is still alive. So wow, a whole bunch of banelings being produced. Man, how many are those? That is 1.5 sheet. That is going to be painful if you run into that. But oh, they're set to just run. Just move, not attack, move. And the banelings are going to move in, and they're going to do very well against these buildings. But well, he sacrifices a lot of minerals there and gas resources in general. So the Marines are going to stay alive. He did breach this, but yeah, didn't really get his money worth out of that. But he still has some units available. It is not going to be good enough though. We'll have to see how that works out. So yeah, the Terran player currently in a good position. He's going to rebuild those 4 supply depots and wall that back off. So yeah, the Zerg player currently a little bit on the back foot. He is at equal bases, but he wants to be a base ahead normally, because Zerg units just, yeah, they suicide way more than Terran units. Terran units normally stay alive a little bit longer, and therefore you want to be a base over the Terran opponent if you are a Zerg. But he is going in with some Mutalisks here, and actually he has that group of Mutalisks to deal with the medevacts, and the Zerglings and banelings are going to deal with the ground units. But yeah, well, yeah, there goes the medevac. Come on, can he actually take it out before it gets to the defensive position? Yes, he can. So the Marines did come in, and he does retreat immediately, but gets that really important snipe there. And yeah, going to attempt to do the same with this dropship, or medevac I should call it. And yeah, the Zerglings coming in, and the Mutalisks going to focus down this, well, focus down the Marines first of course, because the medevac wasn't going anywhere, so you might as well just kill the Marines first and then go for the medevac. But another medevac being sniped. What Marine? Just doing some scouting and using that stim pack to get away. And it is going to do very well. Actually, it scouted this this army coming in. And yeah, with a scan here, he takes out a whole bunch of these creep tumors. And the creep tumors are, of course, the, well, kind of the thing why Zerg is so good in that late game and in its own base, because of that speed boost. It is just excellent to have. A whole lot of banelings suiciding in. Wow, and that was a great baneling. Actually getting a whole bunch of Marines there with that one baneling. And yeah, Terran expanding. The Zerg expansion was killed. He does have another expansion coming up, but he is going to have to rebuild this one. Oh. Another drop coming in, or just, no, it probably just moved. And yeah, going to take out everything except for the medevacs. The medevacs are going to get taken down by this queen though. And wow, just look at that damage from the banelings. Yeah, the Thor is still alive though, and the Thor is going to do a whole bunch of good stuff. And yeah, this Thor is really tanky. He is going to absorb a lot of banelings if you want to kill him with that. But he is going to be weak against other units. But yeah, it seems Banelings and Zerglings with a little bit of Muta support is the unit composition of choice. And yeah, the Banelings and Zerglings on the wrong path, because he is going to snipe this this base before anyone reacts to it. There's really nothing that the Zerg player can do. He just lost that base. That's it. So that's a huge investment, of course. The Mutalisk coming in to kill the Thor. And are they going to be able to? Yes, they are going to be able to. They lose a couple of them though. So they lose, well, everyone. Every single one. They lost a number of those Mutalisk in the group, and then, well, everything gets taken out by the Marines. So yeah, the Thor keeping, well, the new Thor, I should say, keeping the balance there and actually taking out a whole bunch of these Zerglings. And man, this is going to be close, because yeah, the Banelings are coming in. He has too many Marines, no Marauders, because he can't afford it with this many tech units. And yeah, the Thors and tanks are going to take up a whole bunch of gas, and yeah, they will do very well against the Banelings, no doubt. But it is going to be hard to go up against. So the Zerg player, in a desperate move, takes off all of his drones in an attempt to get the Thor down, and he is going to manage to get the Thor. But is he going to manage to take out the rest of this army? I don't think so. I think that the Marines will come out on top. Oh, there are lots of Zerglings still in here. But yeah, well, it's going to be hard to come back from this, because he has a few drones mining here, no mining here, and no mining here. So it's not even one base against, well, this base that's fully mining, this base that's fully mining, and yeah, this base is mined out, this base is mined out. So it's 2 versus, well, not even one base. And yeah, even though Zerg units are pretty cheap, you do need a whole lot of them to defeat an army like this, and he's not going to manage indeed. So yeah, that was just a resource-focused game, I guess. They both had, well, the expansions going, and the Terran player was just able to shut down the Zerg expansions before they came up, and just out-macroed his opponents. Just got more resources, got more troops, and could afford to trade entire armies, because his medevacts, as you can see, they stayed alive, and he has quite a few of them still gathered up. He has 8 medevacts, which are probably all pretty high on energy. No, actually 2 of them are over 100. The rest is all, well, yeah, the rest all healed up. This troop probably after that last stim pack. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG!